Hello, LegendAqua here, back for my final account showcase, this time on Fate Grand Order on my main account. So, let's start off with the servants that I've got. So let's go to my party setup and just run one. But I might as well show off my Suzuka at least, might as well. So yeah, she's Bond 10'd in this account, level 100. I believe I can get her up to like 104, 106 if I can, because I've got enough coins to do it. And I believe she is MP2, yeah, compared to my JP and my Joke account, where Joke account does not even have Suzuka at all, while JP, I believe that Suzuka is at MP1. So yeah, this is probably my most decked out Suzuka that I've gotten. So there is that. Also giving her all of her rank ups, and her character skin, I believe, is her final ascension. Yeah, because it had to. Okay, so with my MVP mascot out of the way, let's start off with, I guess, the fact that I got Castoria. I believe she took me about 500 Saint Quartz plus 40 tickets to get. I think around like the 300 mark, I was getting very nervous that I wasn't going to get her, but I managed to get her, and I believe, yeah, I 10 her. I had to, because she's that powerful. Now, I believe getting more MPs of her isn't that bad, but she will have reruns later, so I think it's fine for what I have right now, because there is going to be a summon banner very soon that I want to pull in, and then most likely I'll be saving after that, so I think I can wait on MP2 plus Castoria much later on if I have to, so at the very least I'm glad I actually got a Castoria. Next one is Ushi, and there's a little bit of a history that well, not history, just there's a reason why I wanted to growl Ushi, and it's not only because of the Babylonian anime, but it's also because I was prepping her up to be level 100 to fight Demeter, because obviously I fought her in JP. I had no idea how to fight her in JP. I got absolutely destroyed by Demeter. So since Demeter was a caster, who is like your favorite rider, who happens to be a single target, who helped within the Babylonian anime, I had to growl her for that prep for Demeter, and she actually paid off, so I'm actually glad for that. And because of that, yeah, I started obviously trying to Bond 10 her at some point. I'm still working on it because I'm very close. I believe I'm in her final, yeah, I'm in her final bead. So yeah, also 10 her. She's obviously one of the perfect servants. And then one of my more luckier servant pulls that I got was on Ereshkigal, who I believe showed up in like 1 or 2 multis. I level 100 her immediately. That's kind of like obvious. Her skills, however, was kind of hard to grab at the time, so I believe I just left it at 185. I need to upgrade her second skill at some point, because if she's gonna bust the loop at some point, I'm gonna need to get that leveled. And I believe she's MP1, yes she is. And then Mash is expected. I believe she's 999 in terms of skills. Yeah, let me just check. Yes she is, yep. Scotty was expected. Not to mention she was nearly a Bond even before Castoria showed up. But there is a reason why I level 100 her, and that's because I miss getting Sahak a lot. So I wanted to get the caster version of her and might as well grail her. I know there was no point of grailing her, but I did it anyways. And she's helped me out a lot during the quick era, to say the least. I quickly 10 her as well. And currently, yeah, she's at MP1, but I believe once the JP buffs comes along, she does get a buff on her MP, which does make a bit of, you know, which works a little bit, so that's fine by me. Because at the very least I got a Scotty on this account. And next up, my other mascot is Alluvia, and because of now Castoria being a thing, yeah, she's gonna hit like a truck now that she's level 100. I've 10-7'd her. I'm so sure I 10-10'd her, but I guess I did not. I need to actually finish that up, actually. And I believe she's MP2, so yeah, she'll hit like a truck. She will hit like a truck with Castoria no matter what, and the fact that she's gonna get a buff later on, where she's gonna get ignore invincibility, yeah, even better, even better. There's a reason why she's a mascot for this account. That and the fact that I have been using her in a lot of challenge quests. Well, the challenge quest that I could do. Yeah, pretty much. My final level 100 is also a Bond 10's Ruler Saint Martha, and that is because I like the Rider version of Martha, so I wanted to get, well, I wanted to get Scriptoria at the time, but at the same time I actually did manage to get one copy of her, and because of that, yeah, I managed to get her, and she's Bond 10'd. She's not much use as of now, but once Vitch comes in, yeah, she's pretty much gonna be the Alluvia version of Buster single target rulers. So yeah, pretty much I'm like prepping her up, but I haven't done much on her probably since Alluvia showed up, which is kind of odd. That and the fact that I like rulers, so that comes into play. And then we've got some Grail, but not complete servants in the form of Jack, I believe. Yeah, she's pretty much being like one of my main single target damage dealers for quick looping. Because, yeah, she's kind of insane in terms of stars and just doing crits every single time. Obviously, Karma is a little bit better than her, but I'm still glad I got her through a spook, so I'm actually completely fine with that. That, and now Scriptoria, I got her through, like, just trying to, like, I was trying to pull for Ruler Martha, but then, yeah, she showed up, and I was not expecting that. And again, for the fact that now I have Castoria, yeah, she's gonna hit like a truck in terms of single target damage. I believe in P1, yeah. She hasn't changed that much, I believe. She hasn't got any buffs lately, so... And... I believe the next one is Rider Kentoki, and there's a reason why he's level 94, because I used him to fight Cristaria. So, yeah, he was pretty much my EVP. Because I'm terrified of that, fight, gave me PTSD, to say the least. And Rider Kentoki, double Skadi actually worked. You have to, at the very least, you have to get him up to level 90 plus. That will output enough damage and you can 3-turn him. If you've got him, however, because he has never gotten a rerun at all, and he's one of the most powerful Welfies in the game. There's a reason why they haven't done a rerun of him. And, yeah, that's right, I got spooked by Super Orion. I was not expecting it. Like, I was not expecting him to show up at all, but I managed to get him. He's going to be useful later. Namely for one giant furball. But yeah, I'm actually still glad I got him. He's only an MP1, so he's not going to output that much damage unless you're properly set up. Castoria doesn't exactly work. You need Buster support for him, not art support for him, but still he hits like a truck, so I'm actually still glad I got him. And then we just go to some of my 5 stars that I've gotten. I think I will say this girl is probably my first 5-star that I got in my main account. So yeah, he's been sticking by me ever since. I haven't leveled him up that much for the main reason he's like an early servant, but it's just for the main fact that there were other archers that came along, namely John Archer, that, you know, pretty much, you know, kind of took a spot for a while. I know Gil is omnipurpose usable, so there is that, but yeah. Enkidu showed up in the spook not long after, so that happened, and I, yeah, also Tintin them, namely for the fact that Enkidu was useful for the Beast of Taming boss. So I want to fiddle with Enkidu, and it worked. Even at MP1. Even at MP1. You just need to be extremely careful. Rhaenys also got spooked because I was actually aiming for Luvia, but now since I realized that Rhaenys' buffs actually gets much better, because I believe, yeah, I have it, she's also 10 now because of that, yeah, I can effectively loop with, depending on the DPS, but yeah, I managed to get her as well, which I'm actually kind of happy for. Like, for me, I was mainly focused on Luvia, but I don't know, Rhaenys kind of grew on me, not just through the anime, just in general. Her playstyle, and obviously her voice actor helped a lot. I kind of got used to her. I believe the Lord Elmalloy OVA actually helped with it. Not so much as the, you know, the anime of Lord Elmalloy, but it's the OVA that kind of actually just made me kind of, you know, made Rhaenys grow on me a little bit. So yeah, that helped. So I'm actually glad I got another 50% MP battery, so that's fine by me. And then we've got Merlin, who's Bond 10. So yeah, I was working him to death, to say the least. He was more or less helpful for challenge quests, but obviously the main reason why I wanted to get him was because he was Buster support. He still is decent Buster support, but once Vich shows up, in terms of looping, Vich will take a spot, but in terms of actual Buster challenge support, he is more or less the one you should actually aim to get. Because he's not exactly one for looping, because he's only got 20% battery. So yeah, I'm still glad I got him in his Las Vegas outfit, because mine as well. Waver, who was actually my free SSR, and I got him in the Megain skin for it. Oh yeah, only 999 them. If I will 10 them, that's fine, but I've got tons of MP battery support, so that's still helpful. He is still helpful though, so yeah, let's just say I'll be still working him a lot. Like, he's early, but let's just say that my joke and my JP account worked him to death. My main account, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Alright, so I don't think there's not much to talk about from these ones, because it's either spooks or I wanted to get them. But I will say, yeah, Altria Pendragon Ruler. What is there to talk about her? Well, it's the fact that I was trying to get Summer Melt at the time, and I got 3 of Summer Artoria Ruler. She is going to be helpful in Buster looping at some point, but I was not expecting to get 3 of her. I thought I got 4 of her, but I believe one of the 5-star spooks that I got wasn't of her, it was of Nightingale Berserker, so that's probably why I was thinking I had 4 of her. But yeah, I've got 3 of Summer Bunny Artoria. But the more broken thing that happened was the fact, because this is the one I wanted. So as you can see, a 10. I will 10 her at some point because lost belt 6 and everything. But it's mainly for the fact I got 4 of her. She's MP4, and she just outputs outrageous damage. And now if you couple her with Castoria, yeah, she's probably my best AoE damage dealer in the game right now. She's MP4, it's kind of insane. It is insane how much damage she outputs. So, she is actually a high candidate to level 100 her, because again, Lost Belt 6 is going to be a thing, and I'm kind of terrified, so I do want to growl her. And the other one to actually be subjected to the weird MP4 thing is Summer BB. 1010 Wonder, but I believe she's gonna get a buff on this skill, so I might just 10 that at some point, but for now, stars isn't exactly a thing I'm worried about when I'm using Summer BB, but I believe her buff does get like outrageous amounts of stars, so I might just 10 that at some point. But yeah, like Summer, like Spishtar, I got 4 of Summer BB in one gacha session, which was insane at the time, because I believe, oh, who was I after? I think, oh, I can't remember who was after, who I was after. It was definitely a 4-star, but yeah, I managed to get 4 of her while pulling. Like, she also, like, before Space Ishtar, Summer BB was pretty much my main AoE damage dealer. I believe I did like a solo run on the Prisma Elia pre-challenge quest node on her, and I did it completely solo, just with her. It was kind of insane that I managed to do it. Alright, who else? Okay, because we're going to the 4 stars. And yeah, I did manage to get Herc, I believe, like mid game, I'll say. I think that's the best way to say it. As you can see, I did growl him, but the biggest problem, I guess, is the fact that trying to bond 10 him at the time was actually kind of hard for me, because I was focused on other servants to bond 10, and therefore, yeah, I couldn't do much on him. Obviously, the main reason of trying to bond 10 him is the fact that, yeah, his bond C is insane, and coupled with his Noble Phantasm, they have now got an MP2, because I believe I got a copy earlier before the Castoria banner, from what I remember. But, like, coupled that with his buff that's going to be coming up, he is going to be insane. The only thing I'm missing is the fact that I don't have his bond CE, so that kind of becomes a problem. I'm also trying to bond Saber Meb, because I do like her as a character, so I do want to actually try to bond 10 her at some point, so I'm doing that right now actually. She is good art support for a Saber, but not much beyond that. Obviously Castoria takes her spot, quite obviously, but the fact that I like Saber Meb kind of makes me to, you know, growl her at the very least. Yeah, there we go. So, the main reason why my Space Ishtar, at the very least from what I know, is because Calamity Jane took a while to show up, so I managed to get 4 copies of Space Ishtar, and then Calamity Jane showed up afterwards. Trying to bond 10 her as well, quite obviously, the fact that she's voiced by Naoto Tarayama, that's kind of the main reason why. 777 her, I want to obviously 10 her at some point. But MP1, so in terms of quick single target damage, she is still good, but I believe you need her MP a little bit higher just to deal a little bit more, you know, archer single target damage. But it's now it's a Naoto Tarayama servant, obviously I have to get her, and did I growl her? No, on my JP account I growled her, so yeah, that happened. Oh, and then the second most rarest 4-star in the game, I managed to get Asagami Fujino. Like, I believe she's gonna get a rate up soon, not this year, maybe next year I believe. But yeah, the second most rarest 4-star in the game. I believe the rarest 4-star now is Kijo, who Joke managed to miss, so yeah. Alright, not much beyond that. Obviously, my Kagatora is not level 100 because Luvia pretty much takes her spot, because once Luvia's buffs comes in for her Ignore Invincibility MP, yeah, Luvia pretty much becomes one of the best single target arts servants in the game. I do like Kagatora, but the fact that I actually growled her on my JP account, I think it's more than enough. Oh yeah, that's right. I got Queen Sheba from the free SR ticket. She was kind of helpful at the time, mainly for the fact that she's a Buster art support. So it's that and the fact that I like her single target Noble Phantasm. So that's kind of the reason why I got her. And yeah. Yeah, MP1. I haven't gotten any copies of her since. Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Nightingale, who spooked me through trying to get through Summer Melt, and I thought that I got another copy of Summer Bunny Artori at the time. Yeah, Nightingale showed up. She's a good support berserker, so I'm actually fine with that. So that's actually fine by me. The fact that I got her. Not much beyond that. I believe this Oda is MP2 or 3? 2. Yeah, I thought so. I believe I was trying to get Summon Nero at the time, but yeah, no dice, but I managed to get Berserker Nobu. Fine by me, to be honest, because I did like this Berserker Oda, so that was fine by me. Ibaraki Doji. Why did I say Ibaraki Doji? Obviously another Naotayama servant, who I managed to get twice. Quite happy with that. I don't have a Lancer version though. My JP account does have both versions of Ibaraki Doji, so yeah, that happened. Also Mysterious Hero in XX, who I actually did want, because yeah, I like Mysterious Hero in XX, because yeah, because that happened, and the fact that she's a foreigner was actually a good thing as well. Only one of her, I was perfectly happy with it. Oh yeah, I think I know what I was trying to get. I was trying to get Mysterious Hero in XX, and I managed to get multiple copies of Summon BB. That's what happened. I think that's what happened. And then we just get to... Oh yeah. I think there's one thing I need to talk about, because that's the plushie moment. So, I believe this was me trying to get Summer Musashi, I believe. And I managed to get only one copy of her. But, let's just say I MP5'd her. Because I was trying to get more copies of Summer Musashi, but Summer Musashi's first copy wouldn't even show up at the time. I managed to get multiple copies of Rider Camilla. So, yeah. It was a freaking plushie moment there. Like, I believe she's the only 4-star gacha servant that's obviously non-welfare that is MP5 at the moment, so that's kind of insane, the fact that I managed to get her to MP5, so yeah, that happened. Not much beyond that. I believe the fact that Shingon, as I said, on my joke account, Shingon is level 100, but let's just say I had other plans to do with other servants, so I didn't really pay much attention to Shingon. I know he's kind of busted with the Castoria system, but I think he's fine as it is, because I got enough DPS servants to do stuff, so he's still useful, but let's just say that I don't exactly use him for farming, because I use my DPS, and now the fact that I've got a Space Ishtar MP4 with double Castoria pretty much solves everything for me for this account, so there's a reason why I don't use Shingon, nor is he level 100, even though I'm kinda tempted to, kinda not, so yeah. There's a reason Shingon is different on this account. Alright, what else? Oh yeah, I did start to fully ascend the lower rarity servant, so I can start doing the interlude, and the fact that later on I believe we're gonna get more same quartz for just ascending servants, so this is sort of a bit of prep that's been happening, but I kinda got lost because I got a lot of spook servants later on. Obviously from the Castoria pulls, I got a lot more than expected from spooks, but obviously Fion, Rama, I got Sumanide finally, and the fact that Sumanide is actually going to be useful for Kremhild catalysts later on is actually helpful for me, so I'm actually fine with that. From the Castoria rolls, I believe I got 2 of Chiron while trying to get Castorius. However, he is still a good art support, and the fact that he removes defense debuffs, he's actually kind of helpful for arts support if you don't have Prince Lang Lang. More copies of the Welfare Servants, and then okay, so here's the thing. From the Castoria pulls, when I saw that gold rider card, I was expecting a Stolfo, but instead I got Anne Bonny and Mary Reed, who I'm actually perfectly happy with. The fact that their enmity servants is actually helpful. Obviously, I believe I need to get her MP up more, but interesting rare servant, so I'll take it. Sorry, interesting niche rare servants, I'll take it. Oh yeah, Arisfiel, who has not got a rerun since. Yang King, however, is this on my JP account or yeah, it's my main account. Yeah, he spiked me 3 times. He's still gonna be useful to survive at Burnham, but the fact that now he's MP3, if I ever need to do assassin single target damage, I can just bring out double Skadi, and once his MP buffs comes in, he is going to be hitting like a truck, to say the least, for a 4-star. So there's a reason why I haven't burned him. Oh, and during my Castoria pulls, Berserker Lancelot, one of my early spook pulls from my Castoria pulls, he showed up out of nowhere. Obviously, I believe the biggest problem for him is his MP damage, therefore his MP level. I believe I need him at least at MP3 to actually start looping, so there's no point, because again, Spacer Star, double Castoria, kinda does the job in terms of farming, so yeah, he kinda became obsolete as soon as he showed up. And Avenger Lobo, who is actually a decent Avenger single target quick servant, and I believe he got a buff on JP recently, so he is going to be kind of useful, but not right now. So I believe that is it in terms of servants. I'll just leave it like that. So, I believe the final thing is showing off what my items are, at least. So, let's go to item lists, I believe. Yep. So, from my Castoria pulls, I believe I had like 1.6k, 1.65k, something like that. But obviously, I said I took 500 Saint Quartz and tickets just to get Castoria, so it's been reduced. I will be pulling on the Summer Kiara banner, and then after that I'll be probably waiting until Lost Belt 6, which is going to be next year, so I will be pulling on the Summer Kiara banner, but I do have a sort of a strategy, namely with the summon tickets, so we'll see what happens. I do have tons of Saint Court fragments saved up, namely because I do the weekly missions weekly. That, and obviously the new Saint Court fragment mechanics showed up. Obviously I finished all the singularities in the Lost Belt, so I got dumped with like 1,042 sacred fragments, so that's why. Obviously, before the sacred fragment mechanic showed up, I believe I had like 800, so I had like well over 100 sacred in stock just in case. So that happened. Mana prisms, yeah, I've been collecting them a lot. I'm namely after, what was it, the Da Vinci CEs that has like Bond CEs and a little bit extra afterwards. So I'm just waiting on that. The Idolmaker one doesn't have that, so I'm just skipping that one. Rare Mana Prisms is kind of obvious, namely for the fact that there was a lot of reruns that's been happening, and we got Rare Mana Prisms just by getting more copies of the Welfare Servant. That, and coupled with a lot of the campaigns that's been showing up, yeah, that's kind of why I got up to 62. Pure Prisms is from, obviously, going through the story as well. I thought I had 1,000, but instead I've got nearly 900, but I believe that's how much you get, just for, you know, completing the story and everything. That's in total how much you get. I'm not going to be using them because there's no point at the moment. Obviously, if there's some servants I want to 10-10-10, I'll do it using this, but I've got, let's just say I've got a lot of, well, fruits. I got tons of fruits because I do grind at some point, but I use the silver and bronze ones first before going to gold ones. But yeah, there's no point in me grinding at the moment, namely for the fact that, as you can see, I've been hoarding tons of skill mats and just ascension mats, so I think I'm pretty good. Obviously, these are Lost Belt 6 mats, so that's kind of why it's not in the double to triple digits, so that's kind of to be expected. Yeah, just going on. Obviously, this is a Lost Belt 5.51. I believe I used this one for a bit. And then, yeah, as you can see, there's a reason why I've been hoarding a lot, and that's because I've been hoarding a lot of skills just for certain servants, and just get them like topped up immediately if I have to. Obviously, in terms of my grails, I don't have a lot, namely for the fact that I was going through the craziness that was Lost Belt 5, and I grailed Ushi, who pretty much took most of my grails away. I believe I had like 11, and then the fact that I was so focused in trying to beat Demeter and I was prepping for that, I used pretty much all my grails on Uchi. It was well worth it, to be honest. So in terms of grailing, I can't do it at the moment, especially for Space Ishtar, but I will in time, once obviously I get, I think, 3 more? Yeah, 3 more, and I can obviously level 100 Space Ishtar, who is, in my opinion, it's a priority, because Luvia takes the single target roll, while Space Ishtar takes the AoE roll, so that's actually perfectly fine by me. And then lanterns, not much use as of now until I like Bond 10 some characters. Haven't used the Beast Footprints at all compared to my JP account, where I was trying to use it on Quinlang Yu, and let's just say I spent way too much QP, and one of her command cards actually does outrageous damage, but I didn't know how to do it at the time, so yeah, I'll be using this when it is absolutely necessary. And then the rest are just more the welfare ascension items that I obviously don't need to, because I've already got 1 copy of the welfare at the time through the reruns. So yeah. So I think I will at least show off, because you guys are probably wondering. So with the same fragments, how many do I actually have? About 300. Yeah, this is gonna be Da Vinci, please. So about 300 added with the 190 towards that, so I've got roughly 1,400 Saint Courts plus tickets. I'm gonna be, actually no, I'm not going into my plans about my summer Kiara pulls, but let's just say that these are my funds that I've got right now. So I believe that is it for my Fate Grand Order main account showcase. So, what is going to be happening now? Essentially, obviously, me trying to go through my account showcases took a long time. I'm gonna say roughly actually, it didn't even take a month. It took like 3 months to get through the account showcases that I wanted to show off. It was mainly because some in real life stuff occurred and I got busy. Heck, me even trying to actually release this video, I was trying to actually release this video before Castoria, but then I realized no, it's not a good idea. Plus I was busy, like I was really busy at the time within real life stuff, so I couldn't exactly do that. So I had to be postponed until after Castoria pulls. But with all that being said, what's going to be happening with my account showcases, it's not going to be a monthly thing because me trying to get through all of my accounts that I want to show off took about 3 months, so obviously it can't be a monthly thing. So what's it going to be? It's going to be a yearly thing I'm going to be showing off. I think that's the best way to do it. And I think there is one other small project that my Discord members want me to do at some point, so I'll be getting along to doing that. Hopefully in a couple of weeks. Let's just say that. And yeah, I think that will do it for my account showcase of 2022. So, hope you enjoyed my account showcases through a lot of my, hardcore mobile gaming stuff that I actually, am focused on. So, yeah, you'll probably see the account showcases next year. I'm not too sure if it's going to be early next year or late next year. I think it's going to be more like late next year. It's probably the best, way of showing my progression again with all these mobile games that I've been showing off. And yeah, that will do it for the account showcases. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next year for the account showcases. I think I'm rambling, so I think I'll end it there. So with that, that'll do it for me. LA out.